finally, we have a quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL draft, and it happens to be the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting at 20. We were thinking it was going to be Malik Willis. Psych, it's the hometown kid. They go with Kenny Pickett. That is who they end up selecting. Mark, we were just talking, man. You're excited that it is Kenny Pickett. What are your thoughts right now that they ended up getting the successor for Ben Roethlisberger?
I'm like a little kid on Christmas right now who gets the toy that he wants from Santa Claus. I'm absolutely psyched about this pick. The hometown kid. I mean, in all honesty, going to Pittsburgh, in college, now he's playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. How cool is that? And the Steelers had their choice because Willis and Pickett will forever be linked. And the Steelers absolutely loved Willis. I don't think that was any secret, but they get the most NFL-ready quarterback in this year's draft. I would expect Kenny Pickett to be the starter by the end of the year. I know the Steelers just brought in Mitch Trubisky, but figuring out what you're going to do at the quarterback position beyond the Ben Roethlisberger is something that the Steelers needed to figure out, and they get the hometown kid right in their own backyard. Going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, like I said, I am absolutely over the moon with this pick. I can't believe he was still there at number 20.
Yeah, pretty shocking that we didn't have to see any trade-ups for some quarterbacks in the first round. Ryan, I want to know from you. So, Mark, Ryan didn't have Kenny Pickett in his top 5 quarterbacks, which is a bit controversial in its own right. What are your thoughts here? Would you have gone Malik Willis over Kenny Pickett? I assume the answer is yes.
I mean, I wouldn't have gone quarterback, to be very honest, if we're being honest here. But I like a lot of what Kenny Pickett brings to the game. I just don't necessarily see starting level talent for a long period of time. I think that he is a really good backup in a system there. I think that he can be a starter to a degree. He reminds me of Matt Moore that used to play with the Miami Dolphins, though. I think that there is just a limit of how good he can be. I'm sorry to be the Debbie Downer in this conversation, but I don't see full-time starter long-term. I just have my reservations about Kenny Pickett as a prospect.
All right, so where would you have gone then is the question that I have if you were in charge of the Steelers with the 20th pick.
I mean, if I was going quarterback, I would have taken Malik Willis because I think that the upside is just more appropriate to being a franchise signal caller for a long term. But personally speaking, Kenny Pickett for me is a day 2 prospect with a floor as a really good backup. I think that in the right system, you can get by with him in certain instances, but I just don't see 20th overall selection. I don't see top 20 pick. I certainly don't see first quarterback in the draft.
Folks, if you're looking for some more insight on the Steelers pick, be sure to stay tuned for the next episode of Believe in Steelers with Mark Bergin and Ike Taylor, former Steelers defensive back. Stay tuned and check out what they have coming for you very soon.